Did you know that the things you're still doing after 70 could be signs that you're thriving, not just surviving? Many people think aging means slowing down, but the truth is, those who maintain certain abilities after 70 are living vibrant, fulfilling lives. In this video, we'll explore 7 simple, powerful things that, if you're still doing them, set you apart in remarkable ways. These aren't about running marathons or climbing mountains. Instead, they are everyday habits and abilities that show physical resilience, sharp mental function, and emotional strength. Qualities that most people, even younger ones, struggle to maintain. Stick with me until the end, because each of these 7 signs reflects more than just good health. They reflect a mindset and spirit that many lose long before reaching your stage in life. If you recognize even one of these signs in yourself, it might change the way you see yourself and your future. Let's dive in and discover how these small, everyday actions could be the key to continuing to live a long, vibrant, and fulfilling life. Sign 1. Retaining a sharp memory without constant reminders. If you're over 70 and can still recall appointments, birthdays, to-do lists, or the intricate details of a conversation without relying on sticky notes, digital reminders, or other aids, you're doing something that many people much younger than you may struggle with. In a world where memory lapses are almost seen as an inevitable part of aging, keeping a sharp mind is truly remarkable. Memory isn't just about remembering a name or where you placed your keys. It's about how your brain continues to function in ways that allow you to connect dots, make decisions, recall past events, and engage with your surroundings in real time. If you're still able to do this, many of you watching this are, it's a testament to how you've nurtured your brain over the years. Let's face it, many people in their 60s and beyond begin to joke about forgetting things. Where did I leave my glasses? What was I doing in this room again? These moments become part of the narrative of aging, but they don't have to be. The truth is, a consistent memory isn't about luck or chance. It's the result of lifestyle choices, what you eat, how well you sleep, and how actively you engage your mind. If you're still able to recall specific details from the past, stay organized in the present, and plan for the future, that's not just normal aging. It's a reflection of the care and effort you've invested in your cognitive health. Consider Helen, an 80-year-old woman who lives independently, keeping track of everything from dental appointments to the birthdays of her grandchildren and the community events she's attending. She doesn't need a planner, her calendar is all in her head. Her conversations are full of rich details, and she's always present, quick-witted, and fully engaged. This mental clarity isn't something that appeared overnight. It's the result of years of mental exercise, learning, and maintaining a curiosity about life. Having a sharp mind in your later years doesn't just happen. It's shaped by years of reading, solving problems, engaging in meaningful conversations, and refusing to let life become a series of monotonous routines. People who regularly challenge their brains with puzzles, books, writing, or even just being present in conversations tend to maintain their mental faculties longer. And while it's true that everyone forgets things from time to time, the key difference is in how your memory serves you when it matters most. Whether you're recalling a cherished memory from years ago, remembering someone's name from a recent meeting, or navigating a conversation without losing track of your thoughts, this kind of mental clarity is rare. From a neurological standpoint, your ability to recall information, store it, and retrieve it when necessary means that your brain's long-term memory, working memory, and retrieval systems are still working in harmony. This is rare and it commands respect, even if people don't say it out loud. Because memory isn't just about recalling facts, it's about being fully present. If you can actively participate in conversations, remember relevant details, and connect past experiences to present situations, you're not just living in the moment, you're enhancing the lives of those around you. People are naturally drawn to those who are mentally engaged. You make others feel seen, heard, and valued, and you show them that aging gracefully doesn't mean fading into the background, it means continuing to engage and enrich the world around you. So, if you're navigating your life with a clear memory, keeping track of the important moments, stories, and timelines without needing constant reminders, recognize how extraordinary that is. You're not just maintaining mental clarity, you're keeping your mind sharp, active, and rare. Sign 2. Embracing the adventure of learning new skills or technology. If you're still eager to learn new things, whether it's picking up a new hobby, exploring unfamiliar concepts, or mastering technology like smartphones, tablets, or computers, you're part of a small, remarkable group of people. The truth is, most individuals begin to mentally slow down not because their minds can't continue to grow, but because they stop exposing themselves to new ideas and challenges. They become comfortable with what they know, and over time, that comfort turns into a kind of mental stagnation. But that's not you. If you're still signing up for new classes, watching tutorials, or experimenting with new tools and apps, you're consciously choosing to evolve. Learning something new as we age can be daunting. It requires a willingness to venture into the unknown, to fail, to ask questions, and to make mistakes. Yet, every time you push yourself to learn, you're energizing your mind in a way that nothing else can. It's like exercise for your brain, demanding, sometimes frustrating, but ultimately strengthening your mental muscles and keeping them flexible. Take the story of Eleanor, for example. At 76, she decided to take a class on digital photography at her local community college, despite knowing nothing about cameras or editing software. She simply wanted to learn how to capture better images of her beloved garden. Now, Eleanor is not only taking stunning photos but editing them on her tablet and sharing them with friends. Something she never thought she'd do. She's not trying to impress anyone. She's doing it for herself because her curiosity about the world is alive and well. It's not about what you're learning, it's the act of learning itself. Whether it's mastering a new recipe, trying out a new type of exercise, or learning how to track your health with an app, every new skill you acquire sends a powerful message to yourself and others. You're still growing. You haven't stopped. This openness to learning is an act of courage. It's the humility to admit you don't know everything, the patience to stick with something unfamiliar, and the resilience to keep going even when it gets difficult. It's about embracing the unknown, and that willingness to engage with new ideas is what keeps your mind sharp. It's not a weakness, it's a profound strength, one that comes from living with an open heart and mind. And those around you see it. They notice your spark, your ability to remain curious, to keep expanding your world, and to keep embracing life with the same sense of wonder as you did when you were younger. Your ongoing curiosity inspires others, showing them that growing older doesn't mean fading away. It means continuing to embrace the journey of life with open arms. Research shows that seniors who keep learning new skills, especially those that involve memory, technology, or coordination, tend to have better brain function, greater emotional well-being, and stronger social connections. So, if you're still pushing yourself to try new things, even if it feels outside your comfort zone, don't underestimate how rare and precious that is. You're not just keeping your brain young, you're keeping your heart adventurous and your life filled with limitless potential. If you're still with me and finding this message valuable, please leave a comment saying number 2 below to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and click the bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps us create content that continues to inform, inspire, and empower you. Now let's move forward. Sign 3. A sense of purpose and passion. If you're over 70 and still have a sense of purpose that drives you every day, you're doing something incredibly powerful. Having a purpose in life, something that excites you, something you look forward to, is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself as you age. It's easy for many to feel like their sense of direction fades as they grow older, but if you're still pursuing something with passion, whether it's a hobby, a cause, a project, or even just a goal you've set for yourself, you're proving that age is not a limitation. It's just another chapter in your story. As people age, the pressures of work and raising families often ease, leaving more space for personal pursuits. But for many, the transition into this phase of life can feel daunting without a clear purpose. That's why it's so important to stay engaged with things that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you have something to wake up for, something that gives you energy, you're not just going through the motions, you're thriving. Whether it's volunteering for a cause you care about, pursuing a creative project, or simply dedicating time to something that makes you feel alive, this sense of purpose is vital. It not only gives your life meaning, but it also enhances your overall well-being. People who continue to find purpose in their later years often experience better physical health, sharper minds, and greater emotional resilience. It helps combat feelings of loneliness, depression, and uncertainty, which can sometimes come with aging. Take, for example, John, 78 years old, who has spent the last few years learning to play the violin. He's always loved music but never had the time to pursue it seriously. Now he plays every day, and his love for the instrument has brought him not only joy but a community of fellow musicians who support and encourage each other. For John, his passion for music has given him a renewed sense of purpose and connection. What's even more remarkable is that pursuing your passions in your later years can have a ripple effect on those around you. When you stay passionate and purposeful, you inspire others to do the same. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and it shows that life can continue to be full of possibilities regardless of age. So, if you're still actively seeking purpose, exploring new interests, or chasing something that lights you up, recognize that this is a powerful choice. It's proof that you're not merely existing, you're living fully with intention, passion, and energy. And that's something truly extraordinary. Sign 4. The power of staying socially connected. If you're over 70 and still making an effort to stay in touch with friends, reach out with phone calls, share meals, or attend social gatherings, big or small, you're doing something far more significant than you might realize. Social connections in your later years are not just about having someone around. They're about maintaining your humanity and staying fully engaged with the world around you. As we age, it's easy for our social circles to shrink. People move away, health can change, and sadly we experience losses. It can feel like a natural step to retreat into solitude, staying home, watching television, and letting time pass quietly. But if you're still picking up the phone, checking in on loved ones, laughing with friends, or showing up at events, you're making a conscious choice to live. You're choosing interaction over isolation. This choice doesn't come from convenience, it comes from a deep commitment to yourself and those around you. Staying connected is as essential to your well-being as food and rest. It's the thread that keeps the fabric of your life vibrant. Take someone like Walter, for example. He's 84, lives alone, but every Wednesday he hosts a simple lunch at his home. Nothing fancy, just good food and even better company. For the people who attend, it's a highlight of their week. For Walter, he says it's what keeps him young. Each shared moment, each laugh, a reminder that he's still part of something meaningful. At this stage in life, social engagement is much more than a pleasant pastime. It's a life force that keeps your mind sharp, your mood balanced, and your stress levels in check. It reduces the risk of depression and helps preserve memory and cognitive function. Sadly, many seniors drift into isolation, not because they want to, but because they forget just how crucial social bonds are. But not you. If you're still making the effort to connect with others, whether by making a phone call, meeting a friend for coffee, or reaching out to someone who may need a listening ear, you're taking an active role in your own well-being. And it's not just about what you gain. Your actions, whether it's a phone call, a friendly visit, or even a warm greeting, might be the very thing that helps someone else stay connected too. Connection is a two-way gift that not only enriches your life but also the lives of those around you. This isn't a small thing. It's rare. Remaining socially engaged also reflects your emotional intelligence. The ability to remain open and connected, even in a world that often encourages people to withdraw. You've managed to stay emotionally available, willing to give your time, your attention, and your warmth. And that, my friend, is a strength that cannot be understated. So, if you're watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and inspires. Now let's continue exploring. Sign 5. Embracing full independence in daily life. One of the most powerful signs that you're not merely surviving after 70, but truly thriving, is your ability to navigate daily life on your own terms. Think for a moment. If you're still cooking meals, running errands, managing your shopping, taking care of your laundry, or handling small repairs around the house, you're doing something that many people tend to overlook as they age. This independence goes far beyond just physical stamina. It reflects a clear, sharp mind, solid decision-making skills, and emotional resilience. Every day you're managing tasks, making choices, and solving problems, all without needing constant assistance or reminders. That's not something to take for granted, it's exceptional. Many people might not see these simple routines as anything remarkable. You might even brush them off as just what I've always done. But when we step back and truly recognize the bigger picture, it's impressive. As people age, Whether they're in their 70s, 80s, or even their 60s, it's common for them to gradually start letting go of these everyday responsibilities. Sometimes it's due to health concerns, sometimes out of fear, and often because society expects them to slow down. But not you. Let's consider an example. Carol, a 78-year-old woman who still walks to the local grocery store every Saturday morning with a shopping list in her pocket and a cart ready in her hand. No one needs to remind her to go. She pays her bills promptly, keeps her home organized, and even volunteers at a local library. To the community, she's seen as a warm, gentle person. What many don't realize is that her independence is a quiet form of strength, one that has been built over years of self-reliance and commitment. There is something incredibly empowering about this. It sends a message without a single word that you are still capable, engaged, and fully responsible for your own life. It's not about pride, it's about dignity and self-respect. Taking care of yourself, whether through small daily tasks or more significant responsibilities, creates a foundation of confidence. You don't need to tell anyone that you're doing well. They can see it in the way you move, the way you hold yourself, and in how you face each day. This type of independence isn't just about physical ability, it's also a mindset. It's a choice to remain present, to continue contributing, and to keep learning. When others look at older adults with respect, it's often because of this quiet strength and independence. You're not standing still. You're still actively participating in life. And the truth is, maintaining this level of independence at this stage of life isn't the norm. It's something rare. That's what makes it so extraordinary. If you are still living this way, take a moment to appreciate just how remarkable that is. Yes, you've earned the wisdom that comes with age, but the fact that you're still showing up for yourself each day? That's not just admirable, that's truly exceptional. Sign 6. Consistent physical activity. If you're still engaging in some form of regular physical activity beyond the age of 70, you're part of a very select group of individuals. As people age, it's common for many to gradually slow down and eventually stop moving entirely. This isn't always due to a lack of capability, but rather because they've been conditioned to believe it's natural to stop. However, movement is one of the most powerful signs of life and vitality. It's a clear message from your body that it's still responding to the mind's commands. Let's be clear though, we're not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Though some individuals might do that, we're focusing on simpler activities that matter just as much. We're talking about walking a few miles each day, stretching, practicing yoga, swimming, cycling, or even tending to your garden without struggling to catch your breath. While these activities may seem small or inconsequential, they actually speak volumes about your approach to aging and your relationship with your body. Every time you move, you're affirming that you're still engaged in life, still present in the world around you. By continuing to move, you're directly challenging the narrative that aging automatically means decline. You're telling your body, we're still going. We're not done yet. Take, for example, Robert, who is 75 years old. Every morning, no matter the weather, Robert laces up his sneakers and takes a walk around the park near his home. To him, it's not exercise, it's his time to breathe, to think, and to simply move. His steps are steady and sure, and though people may wave to him and kids greet him with a smile, Robert's commitment to these daily walks has kept his body strong, his heart healthy, and his spirit alive. It's easy to overlook how rare Robert's routine really is. Many people stop exercising not because they have to, but because no one expects them to keep going. Yet, if you're someone who still stretches, walks, rides a bike, or participates in any form of movement that keeps the blood circulating, you're doing something far more powerful than most people realize. You're actively maintaining circulation, balance, muscle tone, and bone density. You're preserving your mental clarity and preventing future issues such as falls, memory problems, or chronic pain. But the benefits go beyond just your physical health. Staying active in your later years is your way of preparing for continued independence, not just in the present but well into the future. And while this may seem like a private practice, let me tell you, others notice. Even if they don't speak it aloud, they admire that quiet discipline. It might not be flashy, but it's a powerful demonstration of inner strength that has been built over time, one consistent action at a time. So, if you're still choosing to move your body each day, Whether through a short walk, light stretches, or any form of gentle exercise, you're doing more than you might think. You're embracing strength, not surrender. You're choosing to stay active, to remain engaged, and to keep living your life fully. So, if you're watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and inspires. Now let's continue exploring. Sign 7. Driving with confidence and safety. If you're over 70 and still confidently navigating the roads, driving yourself to wherever you need to go without hesitation, you may take this ability for granted. But it's important to recognize just how rare and significant it is. Your ability to drive safely and with assurance not only speaks to your physical skill, but it also reveals a remarkable level of independence that many others lose over time. Driving is far more than just sitting behind the wheel. It's a skill that involves coordination, quick reflexes, decision-making, visual focus, and a constant awareness of your surroundings. It's one of the last daily tasks that demands both mental sharpness and physical function. If you're still doing it and doing it well, you're maintaining an ability that many people in your age group have already relinquished, often without realizing how much they've given up. For many, the transition to stop driving is gradual, happening bit by bit. It might start with avoiding certain roads or night driving, then eventually some people stop driving entirely. Sometimes it's driven by fear, sometimes by pressure from family members, or simply the societal assumption that it's time to slow down. However, for those of you who continue to drive with ease, parking in tight spots, making confident left turns, navigating unfamiliar roads without anxiety, this isn't just a sign of confidence. It's a statement of freedom and self-reliance. Consider the example of 79-year-old Albert. Every Sunday he drives to pick up pastries for his church group. He doesn't rely on GPS, doesn't need reminders, and takes the time to keep his car in good shape. Albert is always aware of the latest driving laws and even checks his reflexes during his yearly checkup. For him, driving is more than just transportation. It's about dignity, staying connected to the world around him, and maintaining a sense of autonomy. There's something deeply empowering about being able to go where you want, when you want, without having to rely on someone else. It's not about stubbornness, it's about keeping your independence. The ability to drive keeps you socially engaged, offers you access to the places you love, and allows you to respond to your own needs. It represents autonomy in motion, a constant reminder that you are still in control of your life. From a neurological perspective, driving is an important benchmark of cognitive health. It involves attention, memory, depth perception, motor skills, and problem solving, all working in harmony. Every time you get behind the wheel and navigate safely, you're passing an unspoken test. It's confirmation that you're still mentally sharp, physically able, and emotionally stable. But don't take this for granted. There are people much younger than you who have already given up driving, not because they couldn't do it, but because they no longer feel safe. If you're still driving, it signifies that you're part of a shrinking group of older adults who balance the freedom of independence with the wisdom of safety. And while people may not always express it, they notice your ability to drive. It's in the quiet strength, the calm presence you bring when you confidently navigate the world. That feeling of knowing you still have the ability to move through the world on your own terms is something others admire, even if they don't always say it. And the truth is, you still have it, your independence, your confidence, your freedom. Final thoughts. As we journey through life, especially as we age, it's easy to fall into the mindset that certain things are beyond our reach or that it's time to slow down. But as we've explored in these 7 points, the truth is quite the opposite. Age is not a barrier to living fully. Rather, it can be a foundation for deeper connection, growth, and purpose. Whether it's maintaining your independence, staying curious, nurturing social bonds, or continuing to pursue passions, these are not just signs of good health. They're a testament to your resilience, your strength, and your willingness to embrace life at every stage. The beauty of growing older is that you have a wealth of experience, knowledge, and wisdom to draw from. And with that comes the freedom to keep evolving, to stay present, and to engage with life in a way that's uniquely your own. So, if you're still here, still moving, still learning, still connecting, You are an example of what it means to truly thrive, not just survive. And that's a gift not only to yourself but to everyone around you. Your story, your choices, and your mindset inspire others to live with the same vitality and passion. You are living proof that growing older is not something to fear, but something to embrace fully with all the richness it brings. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts or experiences. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on future videos that will keep you motivated, informed, and inspired. Hit the bell icon so you're always the first to know when new content drops. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep finding purpose, joy, and connection. Because life is always worth living no matter your age. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.